Hi everyone, it's Alicia here from Papercraft Secrets. I'm doing a little video on mixed media for beginners today. We have been talking about mixed media in our group, Creating with Confidence, and I did say that I would do a little bit of a video on what mixed media might be about. And this is just what I have learned through experimentation and watching what other people do and Googling on the internet. Mixed media seems to me a mixture of different types of media on an art project. People seem to use Gesso as a base on top of the paper if they're going to be using a lot of different products, and particularly acrylic paint. This one is white. It actually comes out white on the page, and this one is a clear. You can just smooth it onto the paper and it protects the paper and it gives you more of a solid base to work on if you're going to be applying a lot of different layers with your mixed media. You don't have to have Gesso to do mixed media, but I know a lot of people do like to use it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of white on so that we can see how that dries, and I'm also going to put a bit of clear on as well so you can see the difference. So that could possibly be your first layer if you were interested in building up a page with some mixed media products. Then you'd use a heat gun to get that to dry, or you would wait for that to dry. Now while we are waiting for that to dry, it's not going to take too long, let's have a talk about templates. These ones you can purchase from Kaisercraft, but I have heard a lot of the ladies in the group say you can make your own by using die cutting and scraps and things from around the craft room. The easiest way and the less messiest way to use a template, I think, is just with a little ink pad. So you just put the template down and then you just use the ink pad over the top. You can just sort of randomly go wherever you like. When you lift the template up, you have a pattern. And if I do a little bit over here, there's the pattern again. So that is really easy. If you're looking to begin with mixed media and you want to have a go at something easy, a template and an ink pad is an easy start. The other option that you can do is mix some paint with some texture paste. There's lots of different texture pastes out there. This is one that I have in my cupboard. When you mix a little bit of paint with it, then you get a raised effect on the page where the ink pad will be flat. The texture paste, when you rub your fingers over it, it'll be bumpy. When you're mixing up a little bit of texture paste, just use a plastic plate or something, or a big acrylic block that you can wash it off, but you do need to wash it off straight away. If you let it dry, it will get hard and stay on your acrylic block. Don't wash it down the drain first though. Use a baby wipe to get most of it off, because it will sort of clog up the drain. Just adding a little bit of this paint to it. So if you don't add paint to your texture paste, you'll just get a clear look. If you want it to be white, you need to add white paint, because when it dries fairly clear. So we're just going to mix that in with one of these spatulas, or some people use an old credit card or an old store card. Then we're just going to put the template down onto the paper and and smooth it through. And then when you lift that template up, oops, it's still a little bit wet, you will get a pattern. So you can see how it is a lot darker than the ink pad. It's sort of, what would you say, it stands out more. The idea with mixed media is that it's not going to be neat and perfect. It's just about getting some layers and textures down onto paper. So we've effectively now got 2 layers or 3 layers down, because we've used the Gesso, we've used the ink pad, and we have used the texture paste. So we've already done mixed media. We don't have to do anything more. Or we can keep going if we're having fun and add a little bit more. So I'm just going to have a try with some of the misting sprays. And I'm just going to spray that through there. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water so that it reacts a little bit. And if you want to, you can sort of drip a little bit of, a few drips down. I'm actually going to add a little bit of turquoise mist as well to this side. Give it a bit more colour. I'm impatiently waiting for that to dry, and I think I might just grab the heat gun out and give it a little bit of a quick dry off so we can keep going. You can see how here where the white gesso was put, we've got the white background, whereas down here where it was clear, it's just got a clear background. This is all just about dried. So, you know, you can see it doesn't take a lot of effort to create a mixed media background. We're now going to add a little bit of stamping to give another texture. I find the black ink looks really good. I'm just going to use, this is from the Kaiser Craft Scrap Studio stamp set. I'm just going to add some dots. And a film strip. So I've just got some scrap papers here that were left over from a set of cards. So I'm just going to use some scrap papers. And I'm just going to ink the edges with a bit of black ink, and then I'm going to layer them up with some foam mounting tape. I just need a little bit of extra texture, so I could use some wooden flourishes to create a bit of texture, or I could use some collectibles. just going to add a little bit of, a couple of sparklets here, just to create a bit of interest. And the last thing I'm going to do is flick a bit of orange spray over it. Okay, I feel like it just needs a little bit in there. Okay, I'm just going to cut this off. Just ink pieces of that. Okay, and that's finished, and I have to say that was the speediest layout I've done in a long time, and it was fun. Have a go at some mixed media stuff and just see what comes out. And you know what, it doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to be an expert, and you can just create something quickly and just have a bit of fun with it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know and I can answer them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and have a lovely crafty day.